Hello, today we have an exciting guest on Celebrity Spotlight Radio, Emerson Moore, a fantastic, amazing filmmaker who directed a film entitled Escape the Field. Lionsgate is releasing the film on May 6, 2022, a suspense nonstop horror thriller about six strangers who suddenly awake in a remote, endless cornfield. Wow. Now, let me tell you something. If I was sleeping in bed and then all of a sudden I woke up and it's dark and I'm surrounded by these cornfields, I think I would have a heart attack.
I'm probably with you. So yeah.
Now, I saw this film a couple of days ago, and the funny thing is, I was laying in my bed and it was dark, and I said, "Oh, I have to watch this film." So I got my laptop, right? It's dark, and I started watching a film, and I'm going to tell you something. I was really scared the whole time because it really drawn on me. I'm a fan of horror films, but I'm also a fan of suspense thriller horror films. And in other words, I like films that are not too gory, but that scares the life out of me. So I welcome you.
Ah, thank you. Thank you so much.
Now,
Yeah, that was, you touched on something right there that is, I'm like-minded as well as, the suspense thriller aspect, that still has, the fear element kind of mixed in. So, that definitely drew on me as well. When some of the films that affected me, while I was coming up, or movies like Alien. I remember looking back at those, or Rosemary's Baby, or
right,
The Shining, and The Exorcist, and pulling from different elements of those that also involve intrigue. Dress to Kill. These are all movies that I love. So I think that's probably what you're touching on when you watch it.
right. The original Halloween, the first one, the
Yeah.
because that is suspenseful and it was not gory. It was just
Yeah.
a man with a mask walking around and scared. He would catch up to you even if you fall. So
Right.
that to me was kind of your film, the same feeling I
Oh,
got.
thank you. It's interesting. Halloween was filmed right here in my neighborhood. So
Okay.
the high school right down the street, South Bass High, is the high school from Halloween, and Mike's house is about a block from here. So there you go.
You better hope he doesn't show up, Michael Myers.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Well,
I-
the title definitely fits the film. Did you
Thank you.
did you plan it that way?
It was originally just titled The Field. And then, through iterations and variations, it became Escape the Field.
Right.
So I felt like it fit with it and was current. So,
Well,
let's go.
it definitely drew me, the whole name. I said, okay, what does he got planned?
Yeah, right. What's going to happen here? Yeah.
Well, the beginning of the film, uh, it shows you slowly but surely uh, getting closer to a shot. And
Hmm.
what I want to know is, uh, did you use a drone in that shot?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
You
The
did.
overhead shot at the opening and also at the ending. Yeah.
Right. So because that was incredible. I
Oh, thank you.
The whole view of it was just wow. And that part is what I'm telling you. I felt like it was my soul coming down into the film.
Fun. Thank you so much. Yeah.
So where did you film this? Was it really in a corn?
Yeah, we shot it just outside Toronto, out in a cornfield. Gosh, that area's name is Caledon, I think. And we had a really great location out on Downey's Farm, which was amazing because they had just a fantastic kitchen
Right,
and
right.
restaurant and different things. And then, far away from that, we're out in the middle of this cornfield shooting, but we just had wonderful food on set at all times. So that was a treat.
Yeah, it must have been difficult to film in a cornfields. How did you get the equipment and like focus around the characters running in and out of the cornfields? That must have been difficult to do.
It was a challenge, but and I had storyboarded the entire film before we shot, so it did some adjustments throughout, but it was very planned in that regard. I knew what shots I wanted and how I wanted it done. So we had, let's just say, a couple kilometers of cornfield, and I had mapped out all of the different sets and what those paths look like, or what those clearings look like, or where these particular things were throughout the film. So we had an overhead view, kind of like what you see in the opening film, where you can see, and each day throughout production, we would know where we were going and what we were doing, well ahead of time. So we did that, and I used a lot of Steadicam. I had a great operator, Greg. He's just phenomenal. So that aspect, it was fun, and to be quite honest, it was the cast. They were willing to just do whatever it took. So we were running and jumping and rolling and crawling and doing it all constantly.
But the one character that scared me was Shane West.
Oh, Shane, yeah. Brian, yeah.
Watching the whole film, I'm saying there's something about this guy that I just don't trust, or something like that. But he was brilliant. I actually remember him in the television series Gotham.
Right. Yeah, I think he played Bane, right?
Yeah. So I remember him, but he has such a scary machoism about him, but a leader too. So I was trying to figure out, is he going to be the hero or the villain at that time? Because remember, we didn't know how the 6 characters all ended up in the cornfields.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It was like there was like no trust going on there.
They're definitely suspect of one another. That's for sure. And Ryan's an interesting character. And where it all goes is definitely, I think, a surprise, and at the same time,
right,
leaves a lot to the imagination and how it will end up eventually.
That's one thing I don't like to do in an interview, is give away.
Yeah, I'm trying to dance around it too. That's good.
Around it, because I want people to get scared like I did.
Oh, great. Yeah. Hopefully. Yes.
Yeah. And I was just, I connected with the film. I thought it was very Alfred Hitchcock type,
Oh, wow.
That thing, because I'm a quite huge fan of his.
Oh, yeah. Who isn't? I mean, come on. I mean, there might be a little bit of love there from the opening Psycho. I don't know if you remember that opening shot.
Oh, that opening shot, like I told you.
Yeah, it just moves through everything and then through the window and all that. There was definitely something about feeling like you're pulling the viewer into the film that I drew from. But that's a great reference.
Well, let me give credit to the creature. Who played the creature?
Oh, that's fun, right? Yeah. So there were a couple variations throughout, but one of our stuntmen primarily did all of that stuff, and he was amazing. So he just crushed it. Yeah.
Well, kudos to him.
Yeah.
What do you hope to achieve with the film? Like, what's the lesson, or what do you want the audience to feel?
Well, first and foremost, it's entertainment. I just want them to enjoy it, have fun, and kind of, get to disconnect from, their daily grind, if you will, and enjoy a fun film that takes you on an adventure and, has some twists and turns and, some scares here and there, and, come back for more. Yeah. Hopefully want more and want to know what happens beyond this.
Well, I'm not going to give it away, but I hope there's more.
Oh, great. Yeah. Thank you.
Because it could be like an ongoing thing, because, the funny thing is they were thirsty in the film. And I said, well, they definitely won't be hungry because they have a lot of corn to eat.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That didn't work out. Not too well, but yeah, I hear you.
Did you?
Luckily they were there for months.
Oh,
So,
yeah, yeah. I know.
well,
Well,
maybe one of them was. I don't know.
did you show the film at any film festivals at all?
No, we didn't. We had shot just during the pandemic, and it was picked up rather quickly. So it
Oh,
never went out to festivals. Lionsgate's been amazing and such a great place for a filmmaker to land. Their team and everyone there is so engaging and so helpful, and you know, I'm just super happy.
oh
It
yeah.
was it
Well,
was my first choice, so it went right where I wanted it to go.
God,
So yeah.
well, God bless. Where's the film being released? Where can the audience view this film?
Film comes out May 6th, which is a week from tomorrow, in select theaters, I think LA, New York, major cities, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you a question.
Beyond that, I think it's also on VOD, I'm not mistaken. So you'll be able to get it on, all the major,
Oh, the streaming, right?
yeah, like rental
Sure,
things,
sure.
on, I guess like iTunes or whatever it is that you do for video on demand. And then we'll see where it goes from there.
How did you get Sean West? I'm just curious.
The script was sent to him, and then he called me the next day, and we met. Had a chat, and there was never a question. It was just a fun script, and he was excited to go play and play Ryan and get into it. So,
Yeah,
um,
everybody in the cast, like Theo Rossi and Jordan Robbins, they were fantastic.
yeah, Theo's amazing. I had worked with Theo previously, and we had met early on, and Shane and Theo shared the same representation with Jim over at Paradigm. So there was a connections. All the dots came about, and everything worked out really well.
Yeah, Jordan Rob and Theo both had great chemistry in the film.
Yeah, yeah. And Jordan's spectacular. We had met initially over a Skype call, Zoom call, whatever, and it was in minutes. I knew that she was Sam, so we got her to set quickly. Thankfully, she was up in Canada. That worked out well. And then Tahirah, we met the same way over Zoom, and she jumped on a plane from the UK, and everything worked out perfectly because it was tough shooting during a pandemic. We were shooting right in the middle of the pandemic in September, so it was a
Well,
challenge.
well, you could practice 6 feet apart definitely if you wanted to by dipping in and out of.
Yeah, right. Never thought about that.
So
The entire cast is 6 feet apart the whole film.
it's
That's a great.
great.
Might
So
have a script there. 6 feet
oh,
apart.
six
Yeah.
feet apart. Yeah. Okay. Well, there you have it.
How can I do it if I can't even touch you? That's
Well,
great.
God bless you with this film, and I wish you a
Thank
lot.
you. Thank you so much.
Escape the Field coming to the theaters on May 6th, 2022. So be on the lookout for it. And if you're like me and you like thrillers and suspense and horror film, this would definitely hit your heart, if you know what I mean. so, so until next time, Celebrity Spotlight Radio, and good luck with the film.
All right. Thank you so much. Bye now.